Glad to have you guys back on the channel. Welcome to Football Stories. I hope your day is going well. Uh, have you seen the list? Hopefully you've seen the list now, but if you've not seen it, I'll be placing it quickly on the screen here so you can see. The official list came out yesterday, and we've seen the people that will be involved in this year's Afcon in January, and Peseiro opted to select just 25 players, uh, even after NFF, was insisting that he selects an additional two players. But in the end, he won that fight, and he's going with the 25-man list that he stated. The people that he trusted, or the people that he trusts, and that he can work with without having any sort of issues. Which of course I understand, because sometimes when you have a really big squad, it becomes a problem because you can't feature all of them, and the ones that are not playing, they're going to unsettle the dressing room, they're going to unsettle the team, and that might affect the result. So I understand what Peseiro meant when he said that. So going forward, the camp, like I said in my last video, began on 29th, and the boys are expected, the ones in the finalists are expected to be coming into the camp, in their Dubai camp, and the deadline, as always, has always remained January 31st. But there are a few players who have been who might stay beyond that date. They might come late based on appeals from their different club sites. But that's not the update. I've said this in the previous videos that I made. So the real update right now is the fact that Peseiro has now come out to say the things that the Super Eagles need to do in order to win their fourth Afcon. This Afcon that they are actually going to play in January. So one of the things he hammered on was the fact that we are going to have to try, to top our group in the group stages. We're going to have to try and come out in the first position, because if you come out first position, you're going to meet an easier opponent in the round of 16. So Peseiro was stressing the fact that we need to get off to a flying start, by winning our games. It's not going to be an easy group, because we have host Ivory Coast in the group. Guinea-Bissau is also there, Equatorial Guinea. So it's a very tight group. So coming out as group toppers is going to demand that the Super Eagles is extremely good in all areas, all departments, from the goalkeeping department to the defense, midfield, attacking areas. We have to be spot on if we are to top that group, because it's a really difficult group. And another thing that Peseiro said is the fact that we need to be tightly knit in the back. We need to be very aggressive in defense. We need to have this mentality of massive defense and massive attack. It's not only a role for the conventional defenders, who he stated that he would want to train the guys, the attacking guys, to also be defensively minded, so that they are helping. They are not only going forward, they are also tracking back to help the defense. He stated that if the defense is really good and tight, and they don't concede a lot of goals, then it will become easier for Nigeria to progress, because the attack is really nice, and they are scoring lots of goals between themselves. But one thing that actually came as a surprise to me is the fact that he didn't really stress on our goalkeeping area. Maybe that escaped his mind, I don't know, but I expected him to have one or two information about the goalkeeping department, which is, in my opinion, the faultiest department that we have overall, with the Super Eagles. And Uzoho, of course, not reliable. We've seen that before. I wanted to hear if Stanley Wali, because the way it's looking like right now is that Stanley Wali might actually be favored over Uzoho. And Nigerians don't know this guy. We've not really seen a lot about him. He's he plies his trade in South African League, Chippa United, but the stats show that he's good. People are saying lots of good things about him. He looks big enough, he looks tall, he looks confident on face value. But we've not really seen him, and he's an inexperienced guy, especially when it comes to capping for the Super Eagles. But that's what's happening right now. Peseiro has just given the blueprint of what it takes to be for Super Eagles to come out victorious in the Afcon. Let me know what you think about this latest development. Thanks for catching the video. See you soon.